Ziggy, of course, has to come up. All right, come on. My sidekick. Are you my sidekick? Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am doing a first impression and review on the new Pinky Rose Hypnotize. Are you gonna be quiet? On the Pinky Rose Hypnotize 1 24 karat glitter palette. It looks like this, and I am super excited to try this out. I was seeing a lot of the swatches on Pinky Rose's Instagram, and they were gorgeous, so I couldn't wait to order it. I ordered it from pinkyrosecosmetics.com, which is located in Sacramento. It didn't take me very long to receive it in the mail, but I do live really close to where they shipped it from, so it probably just depends on how far away you live from Northern California. It does cost $32.99. It came in this box that has this really cute Pinky Rose kind of cardboard container, which I thought was nice. It kind of reminds me of the ones from ColourPop. And then inside was the palette. It came with a little sleeve. And then inside of the palette is the 30 pressed glitters. So since this costs $32.99, it breaks down to each glitter being $1.10, which I thought was a really good deal. They are cruelty-free, which was something else that I thought was really neat and I thought was worth noting. So there's two different pressed glitter kits. There's one with a lot more of the neutral colors, and then one with all of the bright colors like red, green, blue, and purple, all of those, which I don't really use very often. And so I wanted to go with the more neutral looking kit. And my first impressions upon just opening this was that there was a lot of gold colors. I do like that they're all different, but I wish that they had have switched it up a little and maybe gave us a few more of like the silver. There's only like kind of 2 silver colors, or maybe some more of like the gunmetal colors, maybe burgundies or other colors instead of like 70% of them being gold. The only other thing that I did notice as well when I first opened it is that there is no names on the colors. I personally just like to have names because it's easier for me when I write down or to remember which ones I like. So now I'll just show you a few of the swatches that I did on my arm of each of the colors, and I went by rows horizontally. So I start with row 1 and kind of work my way down. All right, you guys, I'm starting at the top here. This is row 1, just going horizontally, and I am just swatching them with my finger. This row contains mostly golds, a brown, and a silver. And that color, second from the end, swatched really patchy. I was really disappointed in that one. Now going on to row 2, this one also contains a lot of light golds and champagne colors. These ones, for the most part, swatched pretty decently. Moving on to row 3, this one also has a lot of golds, a silver, and a gunmetal. And see, that brown one in the middle also didn't swatch very well. But I was surprised how pretty that gunmetal at the end was. Moving on to row 4, this is all orange colors. Doesn't this row just remind you of fall and pumpkin spice lattes? And then on to the last row, row 5, which contains kind of a burgundy, purple, gunmetal, and a few golds at the end there. I was really bummed out on that first one. Look how dull it was, but the purple right next to it, number 2, is beautiful. So after swatching on my arm, I noticed that a few of the colors were kind of patchy, and I noticed that it was a lot of the darker colors. This one swatched really patchy, and a few of the brown and darker of the orange ones. Some of them swatched really beautifully, and then I noticed that a few of them also swatched really dull. Like there was a few colors I was excited to see what they were gonna look like just because I liked them in the pan, and then when I swatched it, it was really not very sparkly or glittery. It was really dull looking, especially this cranberry red in the corner. I was really excited about these two colors, and the more purple one turned out beautiful, but this cranberry one in the very corner on the bottom row, it was just so dull when I swatched it, so I was kind of bummed about that. And then after swatching it, I really wanted to try to make a makeup look with it and see kind of how it did on the eyes. So let me show you me putting on this makeup that I have on now and let you know what I thought about it after I applied it. Alright you guys, I'm just going to put on a little bit of eyeshadow, but I'm going to leave my lid blank. That's where I'm going to put the glitter there. I am using this small flat brush just to pack on the glitter, and I decided with this goldy champagne color at first. And right away I noticed that the glitter didn't really stick to my brush. I've used this brush with my other pressed glitters and it works just fine, so I don't know why it wasn't sticking to the brush very well, but it was really irritating me. I ended up switching to this other synthetic flat brush, and again, it just wasn't going to stick to the brush. If you could see there, it just really wasn't sticking, so I had to go back and forth into the palette over and over again just to build up the color on the lid. I did eventually achieve enough glitter how I wanted it to look on my eyelid though. So once I was done, I put on some falsies, which look like this, and this is the finished look. And so these are my final thoughts after applying them onto my eye. I really had a hard time grabbing the glitter onto my brush and packing it onto my eye. I do have some pressed glitters that I'm obsessed with from other brands, specifically glitter injections, and I've never had that issue at all. With these Pinky Rose glitters, they swatched better with the finger, and then with the brush it was just really, really difficult to use. I've never had anything like that with any of my glitter injections. They literally pack onto any of my brushes so easily and just glide on my eyes and aren't patchy at all. So I don't think that these compare to the glitter injections pressed glitters by any means. These are the two pressed glitters that I have from glitter injections. This one is called Mermaid Pizza, and then this one is Toasted Rainbow. And these are so good, although they are more expensive. I think each one of these were around $35. So for the glitter injections, you only get 5 to 6 colors for the same price as the Hypnotize kit. Although I would say that the quality of the glitter injections is so much better, so much more pigmented, isn't patchy, and I'm literally obsessed with these. So I wouldn't say that they compare as far as quality, but if you're looking for something that's really similar on a cheaper budget and you're willing to spend a little less money and maybe not get quite as good of quality, this would work fine for you. So basically my final thoughts are, I don't absolutely love this, but I don't absolutely hate it either. It's kind of in the middle for me. The pros are the pans are pretty large and you get 30 different colors, so I think that that's great. And for it to break down to be $1.10 per pan, that's awesome. I do think that pressed glitters are much more easy to apply than loose glitters. I would way prefer to use these as opposed to using glitter glue and a loose glitter. I would say that the cons are that they were very, very patchy, that they were really difficult to pick up with my synthetic flat brush, and overall it just wasn't as easy to apply or as pigmented as it was when I swatched it with my finger. I didn't like how many gold colors were in there. I just thought that it was overkill, and I wish that they would have given me a little bit more of a variety as far as neutral glitters. Alright you guys, thank you so much for watching this review on the Pinky Rose Hypnotize 1 palette. I really enjoyed seeing how I liked this in my first impressions, and I hope that you did too and found this helpful. Let me know if you guys have any questions about this palette before you buy it. I would love to answer any questions that you have. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!
Hello to Boo Boo. Hi, baby Ziggy. Oh, I love you.